What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. So guys, Vivica A. Fox is trending again. We all know that Vivica A. Fox is, in my opinion, she's a good actress, and now she's over at, Fox Soul. And Fox Soul is kind of that, organization that I believe you go to when your career is over. Very similar to the Raiders in the 80s and 90s. That's where people go to pretty much have their career die. Like Eric Dickerson, Roger Craig. When you get over to the Raiders, it's over. All right? And Fox Soul is kind of like that. You got Lisa Ray over there. You got Vivica A. Fox. You got some Claudia Johnson or whatever her name is. You just got those people over there that, that nobody really cares about anymore and that they're falling off. And the only time people really care about what they have to say is if they're saying something that makes absolutely no sense. And for example, when Vivica Fox was hating on Kevin Samuels. Now, I'll play just a small clip of that and then we'll come back.
Man was a hypocrite, in my honest opinion. He really was. I didn't find anything about him to be healing. He insulted African American women on a consistent basis. One of his last statements that he said was that if you're over 38 and you haven't married or something like that, that you're no good and disposable. To me, it was a shock jock. And, I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out, the negativity that you put out in the world, that when karma comes knocking at your door, she might not be so kind. So, the fact that he killed over real quick and was supposedly with a woman that we don't yet know the nationality, rest in peace.
Many of us remember that clip. But the question lies, brothers, in her issue with Kanye West. Now remember, she had an issue with Kanye West, which I did also, with him talking about George Floyd. I'm going to play that response right now.
Him to say some BS about George Floyd was praying for 8 minutes. Yo, Kanye, F you. And I mean that with everything inside of me. George Floyd was murdered in front of all of us. I'm tired of saying pray for him, get his meds. That done. I'm so done.
I want to piggyback off of your message telling Kanye to F you. I too would like to tell Kanye West F you all the way. F you all the way. You're picking up all the talking points of white supremacists. First you said slavery was a choice. Then you slandered Harriet Tubman. Then you said, well, the White Lives Matter t-shirt. Now you're jumping on board with these racist white people saying, oh, the cop didn't do nothing to him. He died of fentanyl. It was proven in a court of law. And for them to put a police officer in jail, under the jail, they'd have to have an overwhelming amount of evidence.
He got convicted of murder.
And the fact that you are letting Candace Owens be your puppet master and let you do the dirty work for her, and your dumb ass just bought the Parler app, right? The new app that Donald Trump was trying to put his hate stuff on there. Guess who's the CEO of Parler?
Who?
Candace Owens' husband. So you dumb ass, you fell right into the trap. You fell right into it, and you making everybody but your people rich right now. And I'm sick of you.
So now what's the big issue? Okay, what's the big issue? Now, Kanye West is running for the presidency of the United States. Why he's doing it, I have really no reason as to why he's going to do it, but he's doing it, right? So what he's done, I won't play that. He's basically used the first clip that you saw of her slamming him in his presidential campaign. Now, this is what she's saying in that campaign. You guys heard it. Yo, Kanye, F you. And I mean that with everything inside of me. You got to cancel him. And I know we're not trying to be in a cancel culture, but we got to hit him in his pockets now because he obviously doesn't care about the African-American culture. And so she says, now, darling, if you're going to use a clip featuring me, it should be accurate. I was not happy with you for saying George Floyd wasn't murdered, but hey, thanks for watching my show. cocktails with queens, and no two can play that game. So let me go talk about African American culture. What is African American culture? If you really want to be honest about African American culture and its roots, it is very similar to West African culture. Very community based. Marriage, kids, families, not the stuff that Vivica Fox pushes. We're not talking about modern culture. Our modern situations are what idiots are doing today in our community. I come from the baby boomer generation, my parents did rather, where yeah, you went to church. It's very Christian. It's very orthodox. Family meant everything. Respect for men is a part of African American culture. Believe it or not. Patriarchal things, respecting women is a part of African American culture. We seem to leave that out and want some of the people like herself get away from what our culture is, and you start pushing poison. You want to get mad when other folks push the poison, and you guys know what the poison is. Just know what they push on the left, and you know what I'm talking about. You see it all the time. So I don't have to say it here and get hit with what you would call hate speech or anything like that. You guys know what the poison is that's been in the black community, and why our families are disintegrating and then making excuses for losing. You don't care about African American culture. You're a black culture apologist for everything that goes wrong in the culture. It's black men's fault or it's the white man's fault. And black women never have any responsibility to what happens. Now, who wants to respect a culture like that? That's exactly why Kanye doesn't respect it. You want to know why? Because Kanye came from a broken family where his mama told him that his daddy didn't want him to be around. And that wasn't true. You see, disrespecting men is a new part of the culture. That's why so many people go away and have disdain for it. And it's not just black men that have disdain for it. Many black women have disdain for it because they don't have the men anymore that will support them. Because the men have become, I'm going to be real. This is not every black man, because I love black men, but a lot of our brothers have become brainwashed and useless to the opposite sex. And it goes the other way around. So there's nothing that keeps our people together because of the poison that folks like Vivica A. Fox pushes. I get female empowerment. I am for sisters. My mama was a big time person in the company. I'm used to seeing black women excel. I don't have a problem with that. But it ain't all about you. This is not an individual game here. It's a team sport. And what we see like Vivica A. Fox ain't no team sport with them. It's all about them or nobody else. And that's why you don't have no culture. It's one-sided. And of course, guys are pushing back against it. And now they're talking about everything else but the black community, because look at what y'all done turned it into. Something that is not focused. It doesn't work. People are disdaining, and even the women y'all are lifting up don't like it because they're the ones hurting the most from it. I'm going to tell you the biggest people who hurt from current modern black culture is black women. No men in the community supporting them. No men building businesses for them and their kids. They're been taught they can do all by themselves and they don't need nobody. And then when they fail, Vivica and Fox ain't there to pick them up, are they? No. We the only ones believing that the black community is a black female sport and the men ain't nothing. That's what we get in our culture. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.